Hello members, Don Peterson, Academy Director, Iron Horse Golf Academy. If you come down to my building, you'll see tons of training tools. I've always been one to use a lot of different techniques for my students to learn. One of the earliest drills that I came up with was this T-ball drill. And the reason why I designed this drill is I saw a lot of people who didn't know how to use their body properly to provide power when you're hitting a golf ball. And I always thought that amateurs, high handicappers had a tendency to hit the ball too much with their arms and with their hands, and they didn't know how to punch with the pelvis, so to speak. So I developed this drill to teach people how to use your hips more properly. So I'm going to show you the drill, and then maybe you can try to incorporate some of this into your golf swing and learn how to use your body for power. So the drill is very simple. You put the ball on the tee, and if you don't have something like this to train with, you can just put your hand, stick it out of your belly button like this, and practice moving your hand back and forth by rotating your hips. I used to call it swat the bee drill. Pretend like it's a fly swatter and then swat the bee with your hips. But I'm going to explain the drill more thoroughly here with this bat. So we're going to hold the bat right to your belly button, or pretty close to it there. I want your palms facing down, okay, so there's no effort to use your hands in a hitting motion, because we're going to try to learn to hit with the hips or hit with your core, all right? A lot of teachers are now starting to call this the pelvic punch, because you're using your pelvis to punch and hit the golf ball more with your hips. So anyway, I'm going to have you practice this, and we're going to turn through a couple times so that you make sure you finish correctly. So if you're right-handed, you're going to turn onto your left leg, and I want you to straighten up and finish tall on the left side, and then I want you to practice and bringing your right knee through and finishing on your tiptoe like this, all right? So we're going to practice that a couple times where you come up on your tiptoe, and you finish in balance, and this is a follow-through that you see most of the tour players make. They turn through when they're hitting a golf ball, and I call it stick in the finish because they'll finish balanced. So you're going to learn to do this without hitting a golf ball first, and just learn to rotate through and finish tall. And then I want you to add a little tiny backswing. On the backswing, I don't want you to take it back with your arms or your hands. I want you to turn and just feel like your stomach turns a little to the right, and maybe let your left knee come in so that you can feel weight transfer into your trail leg or your right leg if you're right-handed. If you're left-handed, you're going to be doing this backwards or opposite. All right, so you're going to go a little tiny left knee in and then right knee through. And don't try to hit it. We're trying to learn how to hit with our hips, not with our shoulders, not with our arms, not with our hands. So you might not hit it as hard as you think you should, but I want you to go back and then pivot through. Notice I didn't really try to kill it there. I was just getting the motion down perfectly. And then once I get the motion down perfectly, I can learn to speed it up. And I want to speed it up by rotating my hips faster to the left. So I go to the right and I go to the left. And once I get the feeling of hitting right from my stomach, right from my core, and you'll feel it in your stomach muscles if you do it right, then I'm going to transfer that feeling into a golf club in my hand. So I'm just going to swing back to about waist high. I'm going to practice doing the exact same motion. Left knee comes in a little bit, right knee comes through, and I punch through with my hips. So I go from here to here. Now if I speed it up, you'll see that my arms are starting to get whipped by my hips rather than lifting and pulling or swinging with your shoulders. So again, this is a great drill to learn how to swing from the ground up. All of the technology that we have now with the weight transfer and the pressure-sensitive plates, it's teaching us that the tour players and the good players who learn how to swing correctly and efficiently use the ground, use their legs, and use your hips to produce a lot of the power in the golf swing. And you don't have to use your arms if you do this correctly. So a little backswing and then learn to pivot through with your hips. And then you'll start feeling like your arms are going along with the pivot. And that's key. Then your sequencing gets good. When your sequencing gets good, you see longer and straighter shots. So for more tips like this, come back and see us. I'll be sending out tips fairly regularly here at the club. And if you're online visiting Iron Horse Golf Academy, we are available for membership, and you can keep coming back, learn from us online as well. Thanks. Look forward to seeing you soon, and talk to you later.